about to just jump right in with a little fighting action we had over the weekend. A couple. We got to jump right into this boy Jake Paul, this Ben Askren that just went down and whatnot. And I'm going to just get to the fight here in a second. I want to go on record and say, one, the event itself was kind of lit. A lot of concert. They had Snoop Dogg in the chat, Pete Davidson, all that, Justin Bieber out there performing. Good little event. This whole Triller thing they're putting on was nice. It's a fun little thing to watch. But the fight itself, boys, let's talk about this for a second. Ben Askren getting knocked out, whatnot, pretty quick by Jake Paul, whatnot. I mean, hearing a lot of rigged, hearing a lot of this and that. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, sure, Ben Askren, either way, got paid pretty handsomely. So if it was a fix,
I think it was like $5 million, dude.
Who fucking knows? I mean, who fucking cares, really? But, in my whole thing here with this Jake Paul is like, one, I definitely think he can scrap a little bit. I don't think he's no punk or he's got some potential and some talent. I would like to see him actually fight a boxer, fight somebody that's not Ben Askren or Nate Robinson. I mean, granted, it's for the show. People are going to tune in, whatever. Jake Paul is phenomenal at being able to generate hype around what he's doing. He's a good little hype man. This YouTube kid star, whatever you want to tell him. And then Ben Askren, Funky Ben, is a dude I know people love to hate. But I don't know, boys. What do we think about that?
I did not expect it to end that soon.
Yeah,
it looked like to me Ben just took a dive for the bag, which is what it is, I guess. He just kind of got slapped by Jake Paul. Then I don't know, just a little weird to me.
Super weird, and like with all the conspiracy going on with it, everyone's been posting the same clip on Twitter of Robbie Lawler just smashing the fuck out of Ben Askren's face, and he just stands up. So I see the argument where like one punch could knock him out, but at the same time, like it really could have caught him. He could have been fucked up. I don't know.
Caught him right on the button, bro.
That could have just been how it was for sure. Jake Paul definitely got a little bit of chops, it seems like, but you said it for me. I want to see him fight someone who's actually a boxer, not someone else he's claiming he's a professional boxer, but he's just fighting other celebrities. Like fight a professional boxer, and then let's start talking. So I don't know, dude. Like you said, the concerts were cool. They got Doja Cat, Snoop Dogg out in the cut, Ice Cube. I was like, all right, this is kind of lit, but fuck boxing, dude. It's just UFC does it way better.
Hot take, bro.
UFC does it way better, dude. I'm not a huge fan. Jake Paul is so great for that sport because they're obviously declining in their promotion. So get a quick little hype man, quick little money fights going on like that. Good for boxing, but I'm not really the biggest fan.
I mean, boxing is lit, first of all. But, yeah, I mean, listen, if they want to put on those – if Jake Paul's shtick is going to be put on those type of money fights like that with the whole concert, I mean, that's a bag, that's a bucket. Heard he made like $75 million. Well, not him personally, but the event as a whole generated like $75 million, which, I mean, is great. At the end of the day, if there's enough hype behind something and the opponent, I mean, like as a fighting fan, boxing fan, whatever, I would like to see if Jake Paul – really can do it. I think there is potential there. But, I mean, if he wants to do these dumb little money fights against some washed-up people and whatnot, I mean, I heard he's been calling out Nate Diaz, a couple other guys.
I bet there's going to be a line, dude, because everyone wants to shut him up at this point.
Well, the Dylan guy, I think, is the one everyone.
Mike Perry.
And, Mike Perry.
Get Mike Perry in there.
Shout out Mike Perry, dude. His nose doing the football shuffle, bro. But, I mean, what's the dude's there? He's in Connor's camp, bro. What's his name?
Dylan Dennis.
Dylan Dennis. I mean, that would be a scrap. Dylan Dennis is a little scrapper. I mean, that would be a real test, I think, to see if Jake Paul was really about that action, which, like I said, I mean, he definitely could be. He's young. He's only like 24 or something like that. So, I mean, it's there. But I think right now, I mean, he's probably not upset with the bag he's making, you know what I mean? Like he's probably chilling on that.
But I don't think Ben Askren's upset about it either.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go out there and take one to the chops for that kind of money.
He was like, he just fell forward.
I mean,
stumpy legs on the 8 count, and I don't know. Ref could have let that go.
Maybe Jake Paul's got that right hook, bro. Just puts you to sleep. You never know.
It might just be money.
That would only happen in a boxing match, though. I feel like because if Ben Askren was able to wrestle, bro, he would just eat Jake Paul alive. That's a different story. But we did have some UFC going on, a little throwing bows happening this Saturday as well. Same time, we had some Kelvin Gastelum with some Robert Whitaker action going on, whatnot. And let me tell you something, man. This man, Robert Whitaker, dude's a fucking savage for a reason, former champion for a reason. And I don't know. I got to look at Kelvin Gastelum, obviously coming off of what I thought was more of a feed me opponent the last time he fought. I don't remember Buddy's name there, but definitely a win that Kelvin Gastelum needed that I thought put him in a pretty good spot to have this Whitaker fight. But Kelvin Gastelum is just a little down bad, brother. At one point in time, Kelvin Gastelum I thought was going to be up next. And don't get me wrong, I still think he's a great striker and whatnot. He just, I need that top 10 ranking in that weight division, man. I just don't think Kelvin Gastelum's there anymore.
Yeah, I think Kelvin needs to go back down to 170. He's super small for 185 as it is.
Yeah.
He's 1-5 in his last 6, which is just not a good look for him. But in this fight, Robert Whitaker just put on like a masterclass. He's absolutely dismantled him. And to me, in 185 now, it's him and Izzy. I just want to see them fight again. It's going to be an amazing fight if they do that again. Yeah, I mean, it's 1A and 1B right now for me. Him and Izzy.
Yep, 100% correct.
1B?
Yeah.
Well, who else in the division is there that's even in that conversation? I 100% agree with you. But yeah, Whitaker literally put on a show, all 5 rounds, complete domination. I mean, he was just looking so crisp out there. And he said in the post conference he wants that title shot and he deserves it. I mean, I really believe who else is in that middleweight division? It's going to start to hurt. And that rematch with Izzy is going to be another war. That first fight they had, one of my favorite fights all time. That was a great fight. So holy shit, that's crazy. I mean, shout out Robert Whitaker, dude. He put the pounding on Kevin there, dude.
Well, see, that's the thing. I like the 185 division just from it being I think a star-studded division. There's some guys in that league. It's just more or less the consistency. I mean, you're looking at some guys that, the Paulo Costas and stuff like that, who obviously lost to Izzy, but there's some real star potential in that division. I think that just goes to show, though, how good Izzy is. But, yeah, I mean, I think Whitaker's right there, too. I mean, that'd be crazy if they fought again. I don't know if he beats him. But, I mean, Izzy might be a little down bad right now, bro, after losing at 205. But I don't really think Izzy had any business in that fight anyways. But, yeah, man, you think that happens? Is that what they're going to book next? Little Whitaker, Izzy? I mean,
I think it's almost got to be.
That's fat money on that as well. I mean, they could stack that card up with any other title fight. I mean, there's some options to be had there. Probably do it in front of a full crowd.
They should, not for real. But speaking of stacked cards, got one going on this weekend. This weekend?
Yep.
Yeah.
This weekend, Saturday. What's the date on that?
24.
24. UFC 2 City 1. Got some title fights on here, brother. Got some fights going on. Richie, I know you got some odds and some numbers, bro. I want you to hit us with it. Hit them.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and start. Obviously, we're focusing on the 3 title fights here. I mean, good little main card, top to bottom, pretty solid looking, but you know what we're interested in here. So we're going to start with the first title bout. These odds are from FanDuel, Monday morning, 4:20. So you will see a little bit of movement before the fights this weekend. We got Shevchenko coming in at -400 favorite against Jessica Andrade. And she's coming in at +310 underdog. And those numbers are just accurate, if we're going to be honest.
Accurate as fuck.
Shevchenko is literally on a Hall of Fame run right now. The past 4 title defenses, just complete domination, dumping bitches. I mean, the UFC is struggling to put people in front of her. And Andrade couldn't get it done versus Zhang, so she switched the weight classes and is trying for the title here. But this is another person, after this fight, the next couple defenses for Shevchenko, I'm assuming she wins this fight. I don't know who is going to even want to get in front of her.
Yeah, Andrade's about to get dealt with here. Shevchenko is just there's levels to this game, and she's just above everyone else. She's probably the best woman not named Amanda Nunes to ever do it.
Oh, ever. I don't think that's inaccurate at all. I mean, obviously Amanda Nunes is but I mean, pound for pound, I mean, I think Shevchenko's got to be top 5, top 3. I mean,
deserving.
Who's won? Maybe Jones, Izzy, whatever. But then it's Amanda Nunes.
Well, hear me out though. We'll get to it, but I think Usman's in that conversation as well.
For sure.
I think I think the women are in front of him. I agree with that 100%. Usman is in that conversation, but yeah, I mean, honestly, you just said it. Those numbers are accurate. I'm gonna 100% assume Shevchenko wins. Like I said, not named Amanda Nunes. She's a goat and like just badass chick.
Yeah,
moon, bro.
Minus 400. I mean, not a whole lot of value unless you got that fatty bankroll. So pretty good good feeling betting that though. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to
flyer on Andrade though, bro. You take a little flyer, dude.
Hey, plus 310, bro. You got some money you were gonna set on fire anyway.
Yeah.
Why not? Next up is co-main event. We got Weili Zhang coming in at minus 190 against Rose, who is plus 160 underdog here. So these odds are a bit tighter here. And in my notes here, I just wrote down that this is a live bet for me here after seeing that first round. Personally, I think Weili's going to come out and just drop those hammer fists that she does and is going to put a hurting on Rose's face. But that's where Rose kind of succeeds in her fights, is when she's down bad, when she starts getting injured. She really just fights through it and like starts to accrue some points, starts to be able to get that knockout power up. So this is kind of a toss-up for me. I think this is the closest fight out of these 3 title fights. But I still think Weili Zhang gets the dub here.
In that last fight, Weili Zhang took so much damage against that fight versus Joanna. Her chin, that's probably one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Ever.
Her chin definitely got tested in that fight, so I don't know if a Rose can really knock her out here. But I would assume it probably ends up being mostly a kickboxing match, and I don't know.
They're standing, bro. They're standing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know, because that was one of the greatest fights I've probably ever seen in my life. Ever probably will.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Didn't like I knew of Weili before that fight, but that fight put her on the map. And obviously, I mean, that was in March of 2020, so it's been a hot minute since she's been back in there. I know Rose is a little hot right now. That's obviously why she's in there. And I mean, listen, I like Rose from a striking standpoint. I like the length she has, and Rose can definitely take a few punches, but Weili's going to come out. She's so fast, man. And like I said, this is 100% going to be a kickboxing match. I don't know. I think those odds are right for sure. I like Weili. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not mad at the live betting with that. I get around in, kind of test the waters. I don't know if a knockout's necessarily going to happen per se. But I don't know, man. It might be TKO to strikes for. I
mean, Rose got that dog in her, bro. I mean, she might just pop her one, but like Twigg was saying, it's a great point. That chin was tested, and she didn't drop. So I don't know. I'm staying away from this fight, but I'm so excited to watch it.
That's gonna be hype.
Yeah. Those girls get down.
So we're going to go ahead and move on and get on to the main event here, UFC 261. We got the champ coming in, Kamaru Usman, minus 400 against Jorge Masvidal, plus 310 on the underdog. And honestly, odds should be much more broad here. I mean, I really think Usman's just going to starch him. In my brain, this is just my personal opinion. I think Usman is levels above Masvidal on the ground and striking. Like, I really don't think it's a match. And like we were saying before, I mean, Usman's just on a fucking tear. This would be his 17th straight win, and it would be the 4th title defense when he gets his dub. I mean, we're talking pound for pound. I mean, that's top 3 numbers right there.
Yeah. Last time this fight, they were both on a week notice, and Usman absolutely dismantled him the first time. I expect similar things to happen with this fight. I just don't think George does anything better than Usman, really, to be honest. So
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I like Masvidal from the striking. I don't think Usman is miles ahead of Masvidal when it comes to just pure striking. But everything else, grappling, I mean, with the wrestling, I mean, Masvidal just is a scrapper. He's a dirty boxer. He has been his whole career. So, I mean, I definitely think he can stand and bang with Usman. But Usman is just a smarter fighter than that. He's just better than that. He plays the points. Like I said, there's sometimes, he's got a couple boring fights here and there, and I don't think that's bad at all. He knows how to win fights, get it done, in a technical way. And I don't want to take anything away from Masvidal, man. Love me some Street Jesus, badass, great PR guy, whatnot, interviews, got some quotes. But
hype YouTube channel, bro. Check that out.
The fuck on, bro. Usman's going to like run it up on him, bro. Like, I don't know. Shout out Marty Usman, bro. Fake newsman.
Marty fake newsman from Nebraska.
Yeah. You think we see a crazy open here from Masvidal? You think he ends up going for a flying knee or something like that?
I mean, maybe.
He might as well just send it.
we might only see a couple fights more out of Masvidal, man. I just don't know the age, and dude's been in over 50, 60 fights. That are accounted for. A lot of the street, you know what I'm saying, the street Jesus. So that dude's been in some scraps, man. I gotta imagine, that brain is starting to turn a little sunny side up. But I think Usman goes in there and gets it done, man.
Any prediction? How round knockout? What are you thinking?
I think he might tap him here. I could see a submission here.
Has Masvidal ever been knocked out?
Not that I don't think so. He's definitely been finished. I don't think he's got knocked out cold though.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be crazy. I mean, has Usman knocked anybody out though?
He's knocked out Burns in his last fight.
I thought that was TK. Yeah, no, he did. He did. Yeah, he could.
I'm calling decision. I'm calling decision. Round 5 decision. Usman. It's just going to be a dub for him. I
definitely think it's going to be a dub. I don't know how, but I like Usman to the moon on that one. So
massive underdog Masvidal coming in this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Might clip him with that Askren knee or something. Might pull something out of his ass, but who the fuck knows, man? But I don't, because Usman's chin hasn't really ever been tested like that. But all right, bro. Got a clean little slate of some fights coming up this weekend, dude. Ready hype? Ready to watch my girl Shevchenko go in there and dominate? But
perfect.